Hello everybody and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We're on episode 3, Turnabout Samurai. October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Edgeworth again. The court is now in session for trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios here was here at 1 p.m. that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that area are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. The scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim Jack Hammer went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got the guard station. Now jump ahead later to that day, 5 p.m., the production staff came to Studio 1 to perform rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Sure. I'll just skim through. I'm sorry, can you describe it one more time? I should have known it'd be you, pal. Fine. Once more for the mentally challenged lawyer. Oh, relax. Yeah, live it up while you can, Gumshoe. Yeah, it checks out. Makes sense. She's here at 1 p.m. Security station. Makes sense. Play area. He goes there. Wouldn't the camera have snapped a photo of him? Skip. You can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear. The spear was stuck in the chest of the victim. Alright. Your Honor, the case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Alright. Will the witness declare her name? Am I looking at what I think I'm looking at? I don't want to do this voice, guys. I don't. I have an idea of what to do, and I don't want to do it. Okay. I can do this. Sometimes in life, I gotta put stuff on the internet that is definitely gonna make me never have a career in politics. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. He got Edgeworth flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Oh, Oldbag is her actual name? I thought that was just what they called her. Jeez. What a name. But this game with their names. Oh my gosh, I can't read that. Chess club. Objection! I object to the witness talking to this. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now, the witness was stationed on the main gate to the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. Sure is one heck of an old bag. Okay. Let's do this. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. The poor old hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had to run some errands. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gates from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Alright. You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. This is where we press. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee key card to get in. Right. The card key that I have. So what you're saying is no one was supposed to be... No one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Borrowed hammer and the rest of this morning. Tell me about it. A run-through. They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon, and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping where he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? There's some errands. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know. Observing? Were you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. 1 o'clock. Tell me about it. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He had already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. What was he doing in there for 4 hours? Tell us what happened next. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Sorry. I'm recording later. Okay. Tell me about it. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course! I am a professional, you know! Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, you just have to see you eating all those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gate to eat donuts at the same time! Snipper-wapper! Snipper-wapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? The murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts, and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting man. 2 o'clock. Ooh, why is that red? 2 o'clock, sure. Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Greedy, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Ouch! Now, don't get your skivvies in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers. Tell me about it. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ear, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Trying to pull up a secret weapon. Oh, I'll say it again. It was him. I already know what to present, but I kind of want to see what else she says. Oh, wait. Wait. Nick. Does she seem like she's enjoying this a little too much? Windbags love gossiping about other people's misfortunes. Ugh, can't you get her kicked somewhere else? Alright. Kerr slam. Never mind. Oh, heck, I forgot to... You know what? It's fine. You know what? It's okay. Worst comes to worst, I can always reload the other save. Can't believe I forgot to save. What am I thinking? Okay. He's holding the spear. Okay. Run through. Okay. And so in that morning, which weren't even errands in the first place. I was so sure because he said it was Powers, the guy sitting right there, and then I presented it and you're like, eh. But that's a question mark, right? Powers question mark photo. So what did I do? She said time of death was 2:30. We're having it at 2:30, right? I mean, that's what it said. Here's the spear. This is just guide map. Wish I could have talked to Gumshoe more, but I didn't have anything to say to him. Hold on, what's secret weapon? I tried the photo, it didn't work. Hold on, what's secret weapon? Right there for the studio. Main gate, Studio 1. Wait, that's the main gate, and this is the welcome gate with the photo was taken? I mean, I guess it makes sense. 2 o'clock. That says 2 o'clock, man. I don't know what to say. Dang! The photo was like my only thing. I don't know. Hours. Time of death. 10:15. This was October 15. 2:30. Here's the chest by spear. Something. It's gotta be something. Suit employees. That's obviously nowhere near relevant. This is nowhere near relevant. Oh my gosh. It's gotta be something. I don't know why the guide map wouldn't do anything. We already know what errands they were. So 1:30. Here's already 1 o'clock. Stay at until 5. Grabbing at 2:30. Superman walked right by me at 2. Guys, I don't know. I actually don't know. Because, tried the photo, that was the one thing I could think of, didn't work. This, no correlation. This has no correlation. It's one of these two things. You were at the employee area? Was that where they were doing the run-through? Were they doing a run-through in the employee area? I guess. Because I'm thinking if they were at Studio 1, it would snap a picture of herself, but I don't know why that would mean anything. So, I'm overthinking, I guess. I don't know. I've been at 2:30. We got there at 1. Saw a man at 2. Better have it half an hour later. This checks out. There's no discrepancies here. I'm just gonna present this to see what happens. No. Whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Car keeps certain employees based on in Studio 1. Did they have a card key? Then again, we found the card key in his bag in the employee area. So, like, I don't know. This is the only thing that can make sense. I mean, I'm gonna do it. No, didn't work. Do we have nothing? Oh my gosh. Do we really just have nothing? Because what could cause a contradiction? Because I don't see anything. We tried these 3 things. Is it the autopsy? Time of death 10:15 at 2:30. That's what she said. Okay? That is literally what she said. If I just don't have it, then I don't have it. I don't know what to say. Yeah, no. Fine, present the gosh dang spear. Of course not. So, do I just not have it? Do I actually just not have it? I don't get it. Because, how is it not this? We don't have anything. We don't have anything. We don't have anything. I don't know what to do. We don't have anything. What do we do now? I'm stuck. I don't have anything to... I don't have anything. This never happened before. Oh my gosh, okay. Did I just not get the evidence that I need? It's possible. I mean, I kind of thought that we rushed into it a little bit. I wish we could have talked to Gumshoe. We could have given me some good stuff. Oh, the secret weapon. What secret weapon? I obviously don't have it. I don't have anything. What? Present my own attorney's badge? Why not? Of course it doesn't. Okay. We just don't have it. Like I don't know what to I don't know what to do. We don't have it. Guess I have to look it up then, because we don't have it. Can I flip it over? Look at every angle? How do I know? How do I do this, man? I can only press her, which I've done every single time. I can present everything, which I did. And then there's the options. I don't think I have what I need. This just sucks. Okay. This just sucks. Because this never happened. Normally, I thought this game had like a progression, or it's like, okay, you're gonna get everything you need, here you go. There's no contradictions. Like, there's no contradictions. Obviously not. Or at least I don't have... I don't have anything. What do we do now? What do we do now? Do we just not do anything? Like, I don't know. Do we need to get something? May I have no idea. Oh, wait. Okay. I didn't know. You have to present the evidence at the right dialogue. Oh. Ah. I thought you could just present it and then it just does it, but you have to present it when it has the correct dialogue. Okay, we know that now. Let me get this straight, old bag, or Mrs. Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday you saw Mr. Pout, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. That does not look like our spiky-haired boy. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, this is the Mr. Powers. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Uh-oh. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness. He's having trouble calling your old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Humph, nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known of all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everybody's so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. Witness testimony, man of the photo. Okay. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at this picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? Those look way too big on him. So he sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her till she squeals. Okay. Can we just talk about one thing? Whoever is wearing that has to be way too big on him. Look at how, for both legs, the bottom is just dragging. That does not fit this man. Unless that's just the style that they're going for. Tell me about it. Whippersnapper? I haven't even said anything yet. I'll have you know, not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on straight and narrow. The up and up. Youth today always whining about each other, pointing fingers. Mr. Wright, please, for all of our sake, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. I don't care, tell me. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see, well, let's see, there was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, and poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such, so she didn't see the run-through then. Trip and fall. Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai, what a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. Broke one of the props, it's a big mess. What prop? He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. The samurai spear, the murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write down the court record. Okay, the murder weapon. A break in the shaft cemented with duct tape. I guess that's what that is, where my mouse is. Let me see. I mean, is that where the duct tape is? Why does it look different? This has like a down curve to it. And this is like a straight, narrowed thing. Am I overthinking? I might be. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is, where is the steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we could find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important now. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes? And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure, Your Honor? Object! I should have saved. I gotta stop diving into these things, like... Okay, hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photos can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider the possibility also. Uh-oh. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Witness's account continued. Uh-oh. The time of Paul Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio then was Will Powers. He's a... Look at that bald head. Unless it's a helmet. No one else went there. If they had that, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, this is shorter. I'll take it. Tell me about it. How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young executive. I mean, executive? Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Detective. And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. I see it because the gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody's suspicious looking, right? No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention... Okay. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy. Old windbag sure has balls, or you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? So what do I have? I have the spear, I have the card key, I have the map. Well, see, this gate is where they take the pictures. She was in the employee area with the gate could have been locked. And if she could have seen them go into Studio 1, how could she have seen them? But then how does that explain this at 2 o'clock? This is kind of bothering me. This was taken at 2 o'clock. Maybe he got into the studio, went there at 2 and she got back. Like, he went there at noon. I don't know. That's just weird. This doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean anything. I'm kind of inclining... I'm kind of wanting to present this, but I'm gonna save before I do anything dumb. Because, not gonna lie, the gate that shows where the pictures were taken, the gate is not in the employee area where you were, so... Dang it, nope, didn't work. Fine. I would have seen them. This... That doesn't make sense. I would have seen them. This is not, this matches up. Can't be that. Can't be this. We already tried it. It's not these two. It's definitely not this. If I had, I would have seen them. This photo. Wish we could have had a... Wish they filmed him sleeping or something like that. That would have blew this case wide the frick open. But sadly, we're not here, are we? He has a samurai spear, which I think is different than the one that the court has. It's not this, it's not this. It's not that. Dragging one leg. It's not looking good for you, Powers. Just saying. It's not the samurai spear. Breaking the shaft, mended with duct tape. Mate, I'm lost. This is a hard one. The other one was so easy. You just press and you find it, but... If they had, I would have seen them. It's gotta be a clue. If they had, I would have seen them. Is there a way that they could have where they could have snuck in without being seen? Why does it say photo 2? Guys, I'm actually kind of clueless. I don't know. Maybe this? Yeah, no shot. No shot. Well, we tried this and this. Oh no, we tried this and this. Because I'm thinking card key maybe could allow some staff that were already past the gate go in, but yeah. Big no on that. What am I gonna do? Present the photo again? Objection! That was correct. I am at... Why? Why? I was bluffing, but I mean, okay. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. I was thinking there's no way they're gonna present it twice. What's the contradiction? Because I don't know. Okay. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes here, automatically takes a picture. Oh, he arrived there later. So. And here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out the photo. Note that on the back of the photos printed the words October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m., photo 2. Even I know what that means. On at 2 o'clock p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit where the end says photo 2. I wanted to know, because I thought Gumshoe had the other photo, which would be photo 1, but like I said, that's probably me overthinking. Photo 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if it was the only photo? Makes sense. Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet, there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. You watch your mouth, whippersnapper! The only person I saw that day was Will Powers! But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it was seen to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I took to understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Mr. Oldbag? That's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Yes, well, I suppose you could put it that way. Alright. I see. Your testimony, please. The other... Every day, after I finish my guard duties, I have one important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I say this is a term for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Fine. Here we go. Every day. Tell me about it. Another job? Mayhaps? That's right. I checked all the people passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. Tell me about it. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Mrs. Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Well, who the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy. Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Did you say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area.
The grate had been loose for quite a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain.
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids. I want the photo that you erased.
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What? Bro, those kids are trespassing. Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate of the studios that day. One was a steel samurai dragging his leg, and the other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why he erased the date there.
Nick, what's going on?
I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Powers?
Yes.
Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go into the studio?
I didn't go into the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in the security photo?
How should I know? Steel Samurai costume was off at the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick! What are we going to do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down the week and get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Don't worry about it. I got this. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on the matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The only person who went to studios was a boy roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there was still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a guilty verdict for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claims. There is another person who could have committed the crime. Oh boy. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes were high enough. Uh-oh. The assistant girl, the grade schoolboy, the security lady. This is save game time. This is very obviously save your game time. As you can see, my thing rides on it. The assistant girl. The assistant girl was already there. She was with the office lady. Alright? She was with the security lady. No way could have done it. The grade school boy? Why a grade school boy will want to shank a... I don't know. Okay. The security lady and the assistant girl were in the employee area at the time. The security lady went back to her station and didn't take breaks and saw the whole thing. Cannot be her. Assistant girl was in the employee area. Can't be her either. This mystery grade school boy? I'm not too sure. I'm gonna go with that. But it just seems so odd. Accusing this boy, but it's the only thing.
Look, if we're not gonna get him on who committed the murder, he is still trespassing. I'm trying to justify myself, to be honest. I'm trying to justify accusing a 10-year-old boy of murder. But, I mean, it really can't be anyone else. Could it? I mean, why would it be the assistant girl? We know it's 100% not the security lady. The assistant girl was in the employee area, but the photo was snapped at 2. And she is the only one with access. Wait. The Steel Samurai costume. Right. I mean, Mr. Powers did say that anyone could have taken it, so theoretically, yes, a grade school boy could have taken it. Maybe a grade school boy got so in the act he killed the evil magistrate, literally. I mean, I don't know. Frick it. I'm accusing a 10-year-old boy of murder. It was the grade school boy. Why isn't anyone saying anything? Ha! Are you seriously suggesting a boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran actor star with fear. For one thing, the murder weapon was the Steel Samurai. Would you care to explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him? Maybe that was a dumb move on my part. Maybe. How about absolutely, Nick? Okay, fine. Fine. Heck. Why would it be the assistant girl? Why would it be any of these people? That's why I'm just so lost. There's just no reason. Okay. Security lady, no. Well, then it has to be the assistant girl. But why? We just don't know why. Security lady has an alibi. I can't. Dude, I'm just tossing stuff out there and see whether or not it sticks. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so became the Steel Samurai. But why? So you're saying the Steel Samurai in this picture is really the assistant? That's correct. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Uh-oh, bad feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury. Powers a poor hammer that to run through. Oh, and me? What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai with that costume, but she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walked. She wouldn't have limped. Kind of takes the legs from under that case. Heck, fine. Therefore, only one reason. Only y'all. It was the lady. It was a security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Of course, it's the... You wanna know what's funny? It's always the last thing I choose. Man, that's what I get. So you're telling me she wouldn't have erased her own photo? I don't know. This is kind of weird, but I get it, but also kind of don't at the same time. Maybe because they've been watching the actual scene run through. When the music stops, that's how you know you did it right. If you play this game, if the music stops, you did it right. There is only one person other than Powers and Hammer who know about the injury. the security lady, old bag. What? Whippersnapper? Order! Order! Is this true, old bag? Old bag? That's Mrs. Old Bag to you. Mrs. Old Bag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. Fine, I guess she didn't have an alibi. You see, I always understand where I went wrong, which is good, but it's like, I want to feel smart for once and actually pick the right thing. She could have briefly left her post to steal the samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take a picture. If she was in his costume, she could point finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes do, baby. Oh my gosh. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump with an objection with some new evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What is that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Give Granny a break! Ha! No! Come on, keep pressing further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a subject in this case can be used to cast doubt on Ms. Oldbag's actions that day. But why would that do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler, you said. 2nd to 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it to be nice to the kids, and me to your elders, Dave? Whippersnapper. I butchered that sentence. I have proof. Right. Because no way he could have fit in that clothes. Not like I accused him first. Well then, let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. Do you have proof that shows the boy cannot have committed this murder?
Take that!
Your Honor, the murder weapon was a samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The Windbag's speechless. There's gotta be a first. Very well. The court will suspend the proceedings of this current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Alright. Never mind. Wait a second! I'm not just going to sit here while you're out of barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk. Mrs. Oldbag, what is this about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told him not to talk? Well, testify. Jeez, my voice cracked. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people on the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they had told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio all day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Huh. Okay. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. We're gonna be here all day! Here we go. Tell me about it. So you were told not to talk. That's right, by the studio, the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We're all in on it. Some other people studios the day of the murder. Alright. What people? Who are these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director. We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their agency without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised that no one asked about it. So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Yeah, it's on the map. Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over, and where the camera would have taken a photo of them. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue this cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... yes, continue, please. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about not having anything to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. There's no harm in getting as much info as I can. Of course there's no harm in it. Tell me about it. So they were actually in the studio. Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. I'll kill this woman, I swear it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth, almost. She really left them hanging on this one. You're going to go... Them? Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director, maybe sure this was fishy, and the director, of course. Don't ask about it. You said you erased one photo that day. And it was a boy. This is a direct contradiction. So I'm presenting the map because the map shows the gate with the camera. So let me just make sure they have these right. I'm just gonna present it. Of course not. Of course it doesn't let me do it. Okay, fine. And the photo. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Really? Skip.
Take that!
Okay, now we save the gosh dang game because some idiot forgot to. I'm just saying. The contradiction, I can specify the contradiction. She said there was one photo taken and it was a boy. If there were other people... Okay, we already did that. Studio 2. In Studio 2, the gate would have snapped a photo of them by the time they went to Studio 2. So, I'm just saying, maybe that's the photo you had. Yeah, nothing to do with it. I don't know what else to do. It had nothing to do with it. This does not reveal a contradiction. This is just a samurai spear that broke. That's a card key. I don't know. The only contradiction was that she said that there was a boy in the studio. So, like, what? The map clearly shows that, but whatever. Think. So lost. Had nothing to do with it. Nick, I guess pressing it was the right thing to do. For no win back, she sure likes keeping secrets. Let's get as much information as we can. Let me press again. Maybe she might say something. Why does this just loop the exact same thing? Okay, if they're doing it twice, then Dude. Not gonna lie, kinda lost. No contradiction here. We tried these two. I have no idea what any of these three things have anything even remotely. I don't even know what those even remotely have anything to do with this. They said they had nothing. They said they had nothing. They were at Studio 2, which shows that they would have been they would have been past the gate or taken a photo. It has to, but we're getting to the point where I just have to present everything because I actually have no idea. There's no way. There's just no way that it's not the guide map. Because the guide map shows that they would have had to been past the gate where a photo would have been taken. You said earlier that... How does the current testimony like that? Dude, I'm on the brink of just presenting everything.
Objection!
Yeah, no. I'm so lost. What? There's no way. It has to be the guide map. It has to be the guide map. It has to be. I don't know what else it could be. The gosh dang key card. Oh my lord. I'm doing it again. Of course not. That's what I get for doing a gosh dang. Dude. What do I say to that? Am I actually stuck? Because I don't know. Why would you not bring this up earlier? Man. I'm just gonna present everything at this point. I know it's wrong, but like, do I really have anything to do right now? Yeah, no, duh. Well, this is a very similar situation. I'm gonna keep presenting the guide map for every single thing. Because this might be one of those situations where it's just, I have to get the right dialogue to present the right thing. I'm so confused. So confused. How do I really have to take a break? If I take a break, we just lose. I think. I mean... would have.
Objection!
Maybe it's the photo. I don't know. Maybe it's my gosh dang attorney's badge. If they wanted you to keep quiet about them being here, one of them is no bueno.
Objection!
Dude, I don't know. I don't.
Objection!
Yeah, guys, I have no idea. I have a contradiction in my head, and it works out, but I can't do it here. Heck. Well, I've just about done it. What do I do? What do I do? I'm stuck. Oh my gosh. I wish I had better evidence. How much is it?
Hold it! Hold it!
I'm gonna do the take a break. Gosh. If I take a break, do I just lose? Guys, you have any idea how stuck I am? I know a contradiction. Game will not let me see it through. I've tried everything. I don't know what it could be. If they were in the employee area doing the scene, and they went to Studio 2, there'd be more photos. Photos of the directors going to lunch. That's... like, it makes perfect sense, and yet it won't do it. All right, okay, gotta think. If I take a break, we can lose outright. Then I just load up a save from doing it. Your Honor, We've learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some big wigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that as impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Finally, dang. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Aw, really? It's nothing. Or should I say... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. Now's my chance to get material for their cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag? Oh, excuse me. Could it really have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. But look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mrs. Will Powers. Poor Old Windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, or with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right. We'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. I got you. We did it. We survived. So taking a break was the right call. I honestly was nervous about it. Anyways, guys, I've just about exhausted myself trying to think. Well, see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.